changes. The series shifts back to Houston, Texas for Game 6. American League Championship Series on FS1 presented by. And we welcome you inside. Hope you're having a great weekend. That's the Hall of Famer Johnson on the last day of the regular season, only to respond by winning their first 7 games.
Have not cashed in. They had opportunities in that epic Game 5 in check. And then games 3, 4, and 5 when they needed them the most.
Songs at this point. How about the greatest hits of Jose Altuve for Game 6 between the Rangers and the Astros? So
many reasons for wanting to close out this series tonight, and one of them is he is eligible to pitch tonight. His hearing is tomorrow in game of the ALCS. The suspension will begin immediately.
Nathan Eovaldi, big game Nate. He's 3-0 this postseason to lower his angle. What they want to see on his sinker is an all-star with a 2.5 ERA. As pitching coach Josh Miller told me.
Webs of how quickly that game got away from him early on. They didn't hit on if he's going to stay with the Rangers.
Grossman back in there hitting third. Then Garcia, who's homered in back.
Unbelievable year. And he was 2 for 2 on 2 pitches against this young man.
Off we go with ball 1 from Valdez. Rangers hoping it has Marcus Semien finding his swing. He's ahead 2-0.
Ball can be taken like Marcus.
On this 2-0 pitch. It is a little bit low. 3
might be tight.
That's in.
And that's a full pitch walk.
Taste out of their mouth that happened in Game 5. And all.
And Corey Seager. And that's 5 straight. Struck out 9. He's given up 5. And though we saw Jordan Baker was calling balls and strikes, rest of the umpiring crews
for the Rangers right now. And whenever they've had momentum,
Robbie Grossman back in the lineup. Not often Johnny's
cause chaos for Framber. He doesn't.
There's an error as part of that big first inning against Valdez. And he's pitched in plenty of big games before.
Tell a pitcher sometimes when he's not connected mechanically. And you cannot
Semien a good lead over there, not running. That's a strike on the outside.
To see if they can stay disciplined.
Here's his 2-2. Backdoor breaking ball to get
up. That's going to be a key. And then I talked about the curveball. He has the ability.
And Abreu's signs are out as Adolis Garcia chops a first pitch. But then he was ejected for his reaction to the Abreu hit. No balls and 2 strikes.
Again, all I need to know about their offense. But if they keep trying to lift.
Well, Garcia was one of the first guys to do that in Game 3. Valdez will check on Semien.
And Framber, that means you're not trying to get your shoulder and
0-2. Taken high. On this 1-2 pitch, he swings and win from the World Series when you come back. Michael Brantley's back in there hitting second against Nathan Eovaldi. To wrap things up for the Astros against Nathan.
I can promise you that. The one thing is he knows his hands are full. And curveball and cutter. Those are the 2 pitches.
He changed everything. The series go-ahead home run in the 9th inning later of a postseason game. On this 1-1, Altuve takes outside, ball 2. Season for Eovaldi.
Need to do, and the Astros are so good at it. They just put the ball Eovaldi and any opposing pitcher when he's able to do
before. 1-0 pitch. Change. Fades in there. 7 against it.
Pitchers have thrown back a lot of baseballs early on, which means they.
On this 2-1, Brantley grounds it foul, and it's 2-2. Comes home with a 2-2. Altuve runs. Hard one to throw in for Hyman. No chance.
Going to be a ball, and his teammate's going to be safe.
On the payoff, it is a splitter inside for ball 4. The first
had several of these situations and didn't create a run. If he gets them out, it's because he made better.
Got the call there on the starter there with his 2nd home run of this.
Ball.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And with the kind of style of pitching that he has, it has to turn the corner. The first couple he pitched.
Bregman. And that is how Eovaldi gets the first out. Altuve feels like a pretty safe bet. He has 24 of them this postseason. You look at the numbers that Alvarez has.
He tried to throw a first pitch curveball, which would have been a good pitch to get him.
Alvarez comes Altuve. Alvarez and Altuve combined.
Gets to the inside cutter, and he's strong enough.
Road winning 19 of their last 22. Coming back.
Abreu's had a huge three. If you're a Houston Astro fan, if this guy continues.
Anybody in baseball since the start of September. Here's a knuckling liner to short.
A surefire double play. If he, nonetheless, a big out.
You can go like a few seasons watching baseball. You're lost in the Game 5 chaos. Finish off the save.
Yeah, so many crazy things. And sure enough, when you clutch moves by Dusty, some clutch pinch.
And yeah, great Kessing. Two of them that hadn't played at all. 2-2 pitch. Wraps around the plate. Yeah.
Because he doesn't have the option. He's got to pitch this like
25th pitch of his first inning coming from Nathan. His 3-2 is cut on and miss, and he does turn it on 6. Altuve with a leadoff single. Alvarez with the RBI lead. Pitch Garber and deep on the first pitch of the inning. He hits it out and
worked the count, had a game plan, and a much needed run for the Rangers.
So, yeah. First pitch of the inning doing that.
A little fatigue, but those, I know he hit a home run on a curveball.
Right back to Bregman. One away. Down to the Rangers.
You know, we love playing in this series. We're fighting for something here. The game, and hopefully a good game tomorrow too.
Mitch, thanks a lot.
We go back to the end of the red. On the last day, Lowe fouls this off, and what they swept the 99-win team. They go up to Baltimore. 2-2 to Lowe is chopped foul.
These are gone. You get a little ticked. You got a little chip on your shoulder.
Offering. Here's a curve, muscled into there. That's a blue base hit for Nathaniel Lowe's. Got to hit
the line drives being out. Then to make
on
you got to get the ball on the ground when he's doing his balls. Doesn't have as great an impact.
System. There's a 4-3. There's a double play to wipe away the 3-2 in the series. Game tied. 1-1. Middle 2. To Navaldi. To Mauricio Dubon. He attacks the first pitch. Comes up and the first out of the inning. 9 times.
7.
Strike on Jeremy Pena. Pena fouls off a curve.
That curveball, you won't see a ton of them, but I'm telling you, change the speeds that gives the hitter a different.
Rocks and fires a 1-2 and misses away with a fastball. Boys, he in baseball 2-2 September. Here's a knuckle
by doing that, but you got to believe you're the right guy for
3-2. Strikes him out with a fastball to the knee. Run.
I got it.
Left, Andy Fletcher at second. Carlos Torres, Citizens Bank Park.
Here on the middle for Corey Seager and Nathan Eovaldi. Has a 1-2-3 set.
Barksdale wants this summer start just this way.
Team, watch daily recaps, get personalized stats, highlights, and more on the MS. And he has some tools, John, that you think he'll.
And look, difficult if he puts the ball on the ground.
Few years going back and forth between the big leagues. On this 1-2, Taveras pulls one down the line foul.
A lot of hits and/or walks, which they did well against Baltimore.
Taveras leading off the third and one. ALCS series. That'd be at 7:30 Eastern on Fox. FS1 and takes ball 5.
Yeah.
He said that game on Friday when he went 0 for 5. On the page here. Creations continue. 2 out. Done as they've struggled, and that's what Seager did his first time up.
Yeah. I mean, even Seager, you know, 5 out of trouble.
And in the division series, Seager has not walked a single time in this championship series. And this 2-0 pitch fouls it off. Deep breath and a 2-1, and Seager tried to lay off, found the bat. Swung out and missed. Nice looking cut. Goes at the old Taveras to the track with room. 26 times. That's Dusty Baker. How does he time? And all those things rolled into one. Dusty says this is one of the baddest.
Swinging a lot of bad pitches, but that also makes him. And don't throw him up. because that's where his power is.
Michael Brantley takes a strike, 2-1. Jose's been along for the ride for these 7 years.
3-1.
3-1. Ball 4, and Brantley's walked twice.
An influencer on that team.
Bregman with 1 away. Curve loops over the outside corner. Here's 1-1. 2 in there.
The fastball can get, we call it pulled out of his.
On this 2-2, it is a cutter to the corner, and Bregman watches.
All it takes for a hitter to say, "Oh shoot, it's too late, can't do anything with it." That's the.
It's doing this against him, and there weren't too many of them. But what do? You got
like that one, and take my chances. There's a man on first base. Yeah, I was just getting ready to say that's what I was about to say.
It's out. He's ahead 2-0. He's got a pretty tight zone usually. There's a curve up the middle. Seager on a bounce. Goes. Robbie Grossman starts the 4th for the Rangers against Framber Valdez. Grossman to Bond with just enough room. Trying to do it first time. Back to what happened in the 8th inning of Game 5. Swings and misses at a first pitch curve.
And the optics certainly didn't look great, so the umpires were in a position to come.
Where they're booing so loudly that Valdez has had a hard time hearing. 2 pitch. Garcia fouls it again.
And I will say this, I get it. I get it. And he even said,
I've spoken to several Rangers who thought it was intentional. I've heard from former Justin Verlander said after the game, biggest moment of his career. All over the place all the time. I don't imagine that Brian Abreu is retaliating for that.
Time. It's 0-2. Want to get times
at the time. The following season, if you have a petty argument you want to settle about, guys, that pitch called from the bench. They told him to
heat it up to a point where it has not been before. Fires.
Is in a nice rhythm right now as far as the ball coming out of.
His 1-2 to Garver.
That's out.
Just outside. That is ball 3. Uses timeout there. Left side and through.
Smoke wings on the breaking balls. Sometimes you just got to let the break.
On an 0-1 pitch. Drive towards the corner at the wall. A leap and away. And they've taken the lead in Game 6.
Chance to get at this. You see how he's floating? Oh, wow. But 2 opposite field home. I mean, that's inches.
And Seager, the big ticket items getting going for the Rangers, but
Something's changed from Seattle to here. I mean, their emotions. What's the heartbeat of that clubhouse like? Are there emotional guys? Are there?
Another 1-2 to low is Chavez to the outfield grass. That'll end the 4th. Seems like these Texas Rangers go home game.
And that's the difference of making an unbelievable catch.
Bruce Bochy. Evan Carter's into the game, an improvement in left field, and he'll be due up this postseason. Got his first big chance this year when Altuve got on a 3-1 from Evaldi. Dubon fouls it back. He's from a country. Caps, t-shirts, and more. And root your favorite team on at MLBshop.com.
Following, you're talking about not very big guy.
Evaldi, Dubon. Jeremy Pena up right side, and Evaldi with a 1-2-3-4th inning. The Rangers snapped this 3-game losing streak and continue their season. And they've gotten home
time, and he is not picking up that pitch.
Here in Game 6. Oh! 2-1.
He has thrown.
Yep. Stays that way. And he got a swing on.
And it has such great spin on it. That pitch right there had no chance.
It's the axe. It's what caught the Astros' attention when they were. Kicks and deals a 3-2. It is the axe, and it's another.
No, I was blowing it like everybody else, but kudos to Mitch for
what they have to do to be successful. And
to get up on top of that fastball. With an impossible try with Tavares' speed, no shot.
Yes, absolutely. Now, I don't know. Again, I've talked about. I call it a one-way lead. That's the way it used to be.
47 stolen bases, and with Simeon at the plate, maybe get him going, just something to.
And sometimes pitchers, obviously, we've seen the stolen base success go.
And action in the bullpen. It's Maytime.
He's going to have against Valdez. The first two weren't great. He popped.
And Marcus Simeon, and they signed Corey Seager in the span of about 24. Aggressive guy in the big leagues. Swings at the first pitch, lines out to Altuve.
Seeing the line drives get caught. They had that in last game.
Lead and an improvement defensively over Grossman. He's been on base. Evan Carter takes a strike, 1-1 outs.
And so the best pitch you have in your arsenal.
2 to Carter. He goes to the cutter and strikes him out. On FS1 is presented by Loan Depot. We are back for the bottom of the 5th. Continue up there in Arlington. Petition denied though. So Maldonado gets hit to open this.
The little things by guaranteeing he's going to get hit right there with that.
Alvarez back to the top of the order for this Astros. Altuve. That's where he's gone to homer against Eovaldi 5 times and hit.
To have action happen, but look how ties him up. He loves it up there.
Makes one of his biggest pitches of the game. Now drops in a curve for strike 1 on pitch. There, nice one right there, huh?
Yeah, I mean he's so good. He threw him. He was power behind it and depth.
Spot the one got you earlier. Not a good spot.
That's out.
12 years in the big leagues. Some of them ruined by. His 1-2 to Brantley is swung on and missed. Third good split.
It tumbles away from the barrel.
5 years in Boston. Here's 1-0 pitch. Outside for ball 2. Fastball. And after hitting Martin Maldonado, Nathan Eovaldi goes.
How does one of
MLB Together is baseball's new platform. Adolis Garcia, who struck out both times against Framber Valdez, but now shoots to the corner. It goes and just foul.
Just
leader of this Rangers team. Maytime throws and Garcia takes a ball. Viciousness that he plays with. Pulls this one foul. 30 years. Chases, and he struck out all 3 times tonight.
Well, you know, he gave us quality other than those, 4 innings.
Well, let's talk about that with Eovaldi. You're seeing him a second time.
A split finger on the left-handers like he did to Michael.
Game that said Johnny B. Baker, ... and he said, kid growing up in California. Here's Jose Abreu. Takes it to the bag, ends the top of the 6th.
yeah, it's a swing inning, and what I mean by that is if he can hold the Astros.
Yordan Alvarez leads off. Line field, and it's down for his 2nd hit of the game. And the first.
What you need if you're the Astros, you got to get some traffic on the bases to line it up the middle.
Had some traffic because of some walks and a hit batter, but they're 0 for their last 3rd straight pennant. And Abreu eyes, and the Astros have life in the 6th.
Pressure the other team to make pitches and.
In the 6th inning in that game, Josh Spor's getting ready in a hurry. 29 home runs, stole 30 bases. So low goes to 2nd. That's all they'll get. First and third bomb coming up. Astros struck first in this game. Garver in the 2nd. Heim in the 4th. Rangers ahead.
Many fastballs up. Eovaldi likes to stay down to complement.
Scoring position. We've seen that show up time and again in this postseason for.
The ball up is easier to get a sac fly
against a guy who has thrived in these spots. Got it. His 0-2. Back up and Garcia's over to catch it. It'll bring home Alvarez through.
And that's why I didn't like going there. And Dubon just executed and delivered a huge run for the Astros. You got to tip your hat to Dubon. That was an excellent at bat.
Pena with 2 away. It's been weak contact all over the place from Pena.
how does one of